Our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Stop everything you're doing because Caitlin Clark just set the tone for 2025 in the most epic way possible. The basketball superstar, the queen of clutch, and the face of the sport kicked off the year by being the first guest on the New Heights podcast. Yes, Travis and Jason Kelce brought in the biggest star in sports today, and Caitlin did not hold back. She opened up with jaw-dropping career revelations and insight into her mindset after an unforgettable season. This interview is packed with moments.
She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah.
Moments that will leave you speechless. But what's Caitlin's take on the pressure of being a sports icon? What's next for her skyrocketing career? And why is everyone buzzing about that one comment she made about the NBA?
I appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this is at the top of my list, so.
We made it.
Sit tight, because we're breaking it all down right here, right now. Are you ready? Let's dive in. I appreciate it, I'm excited, Caitlin said, expressing how much this appearance meant to her. I don't get excited about many things, but this was at the top of my list. The Kelce brothers wasted no time getting into it, kicking off the show with their signature humor. Jason and Travis dove right into Caitlin's impressive list of achievements.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure on that. I feel like you're kind of like Wayne Gretzky for basketball right now.
Gretzky.
The amount. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless. It is. Yeah, we had to limit it to this list just to get the show started.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Achievements, which includes dominating the court as the most electrifying player in college basketball, to becoming a household name in sports. When two NFL superstars joke about how your resume makes theirs look short, you know you've truly made it, and Caitlin's career has undoubtedly reached a new level. This lighthearted moment set the tone for an interview full of substance and surprises. And
is there any accomplishment, I guess, of all these accolades that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
that's that answer.
Nobody
Love
talks
that
about
answer
that.
from mom.
What I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, they're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. Comes with having fun. And
guess what? Jason wasn't exaggerating when he described Caitlin's accomplishments. During her senior season at Iowa, she achieved at least 40 records and honors, and broke an astonishing 62 records during her freshman WNBA season. And this doesn't even include all the accolades she earned during her first 3 years of college. Her list of achievements is so long that Wikipedia had to create a separate page just to document them. But Caitlin's humility.
The Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of like all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player. So, and it's cool as a woman, like they haven't had many females on the cover too. So for women's sports, it's kind of special, but you know, just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
Shone through when the conversation shifted to a deeply personal moment. She talked about how her mother was thrilled for her being named an academic All-American. For Caitlin's family, this title meant just as much as her basketball dominance. She shared that all her accolades are simply byproducts of putting in the work and truly enjoying the game. Breaking records was never her primary goal, it just happened as a result of her dedication. And then came the gold.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
can apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
Caitlin revealed what she considers her coolest achievement so far. While being named Athlete of the Year is a monumental accomplishment, Caitlin brushes aside the personal accolade and emphasizes that it's a win for women's sports as a whole. This recognition, she said, highlights.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like we were.
I love it.
We were ride or die. So we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
It's the progress being made in the sports world. From packed arenas to skyrocketing viewership, Caitlin sees this moment as much bigger than herself.
Who was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like that was
Tony
his guy.
G.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So
He was the chief.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheat.
Arrowhead's not too bad.
This humility is a key reason why she.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least
Love
have. I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Continues to be such a beloved figure both on and off the court.
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching, but that's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but you know, we would be watching the Chiefs and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, you know, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
The conversation then took a fun turn as Caitlin shared her fandom for the Kansas City Chiefs. She lit up talking about her admiration for the team and how she's been following their incredible run since childhood. And of course, with Travis Kelce right there, the banter practically wrote itself, adding a layer of personal connection to the discussion. It was a perfect way to wrap up an unforgettable interview, leaving fans and listeners with even more reasons to cheer for Caitlin Clark, not just as a basketball star, but as a true icon.
we heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah. So at the time, like,
That's insane.
It's insane.
Were you
It's
playing
honestly-
with high schoolers at this point?
yeah, it's honestly sad. Like where college like recruitment has kind of gone. It's just insane. But also,
I got you.
I feel very fortunate. Like my parents were just like, they told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They like wanted me to be in 7th
that's
grade and
cool.
like enjoy middle school and like hang out
yeah.
with your friends. Like you shouldn't
That's
be
cool.
worrying
I
about where
love
you're going
that.
to college.
I love that so much.
Icon in the making. Her fondest game memories to the Chiefs. Caitlin Clark's relentless drive goes beyond basketball. She's a die-hard.
Yeah, so I didn't really take any visits until like after my freshman year of college, and then I didn't decide until my senior year. So I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of like make sure, you know, I have a good circle around me. Like it wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't like posting my offers. Like also that wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. So
hard sports fan, and it's clear she's passionate about every aspect of the game. As if that wasn't enough, she didn't hesitate to ask Travis Kelce for a special request, a nod to her love for the Kansas City Chiefs. Caitlin reminisced about
It is now. I mean, it had to be close to when you were growing up. I mean,
yeah, it was close. Like people were starting to do it, like post like, oh, I got an offer from here. I got an offer from here.
and especially in basketball.
Now it's all you see on social media. It's like only people talk about. It's crazy. But obviously times have changed too. But
Oh, times have changed.
yeah, it's 7th grade was wild. And I was playing up like 2 years. So I was playing with high schoolers. But yeah, I didn't really like think anything of it. Like I was just going out there and hooping and having fun. And it's kind of just what came with it.
being a child and how her fandom for the team developed over the years, bringing an extra layer of authenticity to her personality. Shifting gears, Caitlin took us through her early basketball journey, sharing how the game has been a constant in her life since day one. She reminisced about playing against boys in her early years and recalled her middle school days, where she started to stand out. Then came the jaw-dropping
And like you come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like you don't want to say too much. You don't want to say too little. And it's just so hard. But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
Revelation. She received her first college recruiting letter when she was just in 7th grade. While most kids her age were caught up in middle school drama, Caitlin was already on the radar of top college programs. It's incredible to hear her reflect on that pivotal moment and how it shaped her path moving forward. Caitlin also spoke about how her parents played an essential role in ensuring she had a
For not knowing, you nailed it.
Well. But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me, too. So I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team, too. So, like, people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But, like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge. And that goes for whatever professional sport. Like, you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like, you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to be.
Well-rounded high school experience. They surrounded her with positive.
And I love Aaliyah Boston pouring into this young rookie. It's supposed to be hard. This is an adjustment period, and Aaliyah making sure that her rookie knows we have your back.
Positive influences and helped her navigate the pressures of her emerging talent.
For me, I just wanted to get ahead of it because I know this transition is tough. Just being undrafted and being a rookie, it's very unlikely that a vet, just take you in when you got the same position.
Talent, which contributed to the person she is today. The Kelce brothers couldn't resist cracking jokes about how different the college recruitment process is now, thanks to the rise of social media.
Rupture. And I knew it right away because I've done it before, and I was just like, it hurts so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
I've done it. How did you do it before? Can I guess?
Guess. It was very Midwestern.
You did it in water. In water. Something
correct.
With water.
I got launched off a tube.
Why did you just get so excited? What are you, some brainiac?
That's how I did mine. I went off the diving board and tried to do as many flips as I could and smack my side of my head in the Heights High School swimming pool.
Yeah. Comparing it to a simpler time. Caitlin, though just 22, showed wisdom far beyond her years, reflecting on how much things have changed.
The was a male swim cadet, so he had to be
This wasn't during swim cadet. Don't put me on blast like that, Travis.
That's funny, but yeah, I got launched off a tube in the middle of a lake. I was like underwater. I'm like, am I okay?
That's some Midwest stuff right there.
But yeah, so that was my welcome to the W moment.
Conversation then turned to her rookie season in the WNBA. Caitlin described it as a delicate balancing act, where she had to find her place in a new team while also standing out as a player destined for greatness.
I would say life-changing maybe.
That's a great one. I think
that's all in a good way. Things just change really fast. As you guys know, that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy. Looking back at a year ago today or around this time, I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Yeah.
She opened up about how she navigated stepping into a competitive environment and the challenges that came with blending her own style of play with the team's dynamics. It's a fascinating look into the mindset of an athlete who
So life just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And quickly started a new chapter of my life too, moving here to Indianapolis, and feel lucky I'm still in the Midwest. I know you guys like the Midwest, so.
I've been in the Midwest my entire life. Jason's officially an East Coaster now.
Yeah, but Philly, of all the East Coast cities, kind of has some Midwest feel to it.
It's just the most west.
I don't think Philly wants to hear that. They'll probably hate that I said that, but whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to like that comment. They want to be far from the Midwest.
No doubt.
Exactly.
Understands when to lead and when to listen. Caitlin explained how she works to elevate the team without overshadowing the collective effort. What's even more remarkable is how Caitlin took the time to highlight her teammates and veterans, giving them full credit for helping her transition into the next level of her career. With genuine gratitude, she spoke about how their guidance, encouragement, and shared experiences played a huge role in her growth.
What are your suspicions potentially as to why the NBA ratings would be down?
Honestly, I feel like the average basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just so good. That's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality, and people think it's gotten soft, but I think that's also because the skill has just changed. And like,
Caitlin made it clear that while her talent is undeniable, it's the support from others
that's what's great about basketball. Like, it's always evolving. Like, it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like, football is just, you know, that's America's favorite thing. I think people should like, I mean, I love 3-point shooting. I love seeing guys just like launch threes, but not everybody loves that. So I don't know.
that has truly made her journey so rewarding. She recalled her first game against the Connecticut Sun, a defining moment alongside Aaliyah Boston.
What do you think about a 4-point line?
I love that. Let's do it.
That's
a
actually
great idea.
genius. That is
Adam
genius.
Silver, 4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get like just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing
good
gloves so
fight?
nobody gets
2-minute
too
penalty
hurt?
boxing. You can come back in. You don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All
This dude's
right.
got some reach.
And mentioned how Erica Wheeler embraced her from day one. That kind of veteran leader.
Then that's when I loved it. I think it should be
Yeah.
East versus West. Like, that's true All-Stars. Like,
No
Yeah.
doubt.
East versus West, battle it out.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be, but obviously not the commissioner.
Mhm.
I'm on board for East versus West All-Stars. I think that's the whole point of it. That's why you're an All-Star. It's the best from the East versus the best from the West. Play each other. See which side's better.
Leadership helped her thrive in her first professional season.
I'm with
I'm
you.
not going to lie. I'm not a fan of any of these in-season tournaments that the NBA is doing.
Yeah.
I
I was actually talking about this today.
How are you not? What is there to not be a fan of?
all the funky floors, and then there's tournaments, and they don't mean crap.
funky
Can we just
floors?
can we just play basketball? Can we
know,
just
I'm
play
getting like-
basketball?
I'm getting like a migraine looking at the neon green
Yeah,
floor.
like
The trio also discussed Caitlin's welcome to the WNBA.
I did.
you hit a person on a tee box. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
I would hit a person on a
Well,
tee box.
Yeah, I know
okay,
I
so-
can relate. Jason, I don't know if you've played in enough
So the
pro-ams
video
yet to
that-
hit anybody, but
The video that was going viral where I like completely topped it. So it's crazy. Like, we're playing like these long par threes that are like 200 yards. I'm like, I'm not good enough to hit a par 3 like 200 yards. Like, so I whip out my
a tough
hybrid.
par
I'm like
three.
teeing up my hybrid club. Just top it like straight out of fan to the left.
Been there.
But I think
Been
they
there.
dodged
murder
it.
down the third base
I-
line.
But I nailed somebody on a different par 3, like some woman, like right in the shoulder. Like
Shoulder?
And I saw a TikTok like the next day, just like black welt on her
Oh
arm.
yeah. Well, that's just how you hit her good. If she's got a black welt.
moment, which was a true testament to her strength and ability to handle challenges with grace. What stood out during the interview was Caitlin's ability to keep
Are you more competitive in golf or basketball?
That's hard. I think like golf makes me more mad because I'm not as good at it. Like, I'm just like the average hack, and like you want to be good, like you're competitive, just like basketball or football. Like, it's like, why am I not good at this? So, and it's like it's an individual sport, and we're used to team sports. So I think that's what pisses me off too. It's like, it's all on me, and I know it's all my fault. So
I share your pain.
the conversation balanced. While sharing her own stories, she made sure Jason and Travis had space to talk about their experiences as well, highlighting how her maturity allows for a collaborative and respectful dialogue. As the tone of the conversation shifted, Caitlin reflected on the transformative year she had. With sincerity, she spoke about how life-changing this journey has been, not only in terms of basketball but in personal growth, opportunities.
What would Caitlin Clark be doing? You said you were a marketing major. Would you have gone more into that world, or you think you would have jumped into something else?
oh man, that's tough. I think if my basketball career would have ended, I still would have loved sports just because it was like such a huge part of my childhood and like what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe like try to work in like a front office of a sports organization or something like that. I think that would be cool. Not like the coaching side of it, but like the operations side and getting to do like free agency stuff. And I think that would be really cool.
And the lessons she's learned. She expressed deep gratitude for the highs, the lows, and for everyone who has been part of her story. Caitlin's grounded nature and heartfelt reflection remind us why she's such an inspiring figure both on and off the court. Being brutally honest, she shares her Caitlin Clark shared her spicy take on why NBA ratings have taken a hit. She delves into what she believes is missing from the game, including the lack of rivalries, changes in playing style, and even how the league markets its stars. It's a bold and refreshing perspective from someone who understands what draws fans in and keeps them engaged. Caitlin doesn't shy away from offering her unfiltered thoughts on how the NBA can win back viewers and restore excitement to the league. She also gives an honest take on how the sport is evolving and why that's